Does anybody has any solution with regard to this conflict that is ravaging the people of Gaza and Palestine? Look, if that war continues, if in fact this radical Muslim group, Hamas, does not surrender, that means that this war will ravage through the entire population. We don't want this. We want it to come to an end. And that is the reason why Trump been trying so hard. Trump been putting an effort in order to facilitate a ceasefire, and that ceasefire could be a prerequisite for life to begin to flourish in the region. But unfortunately, what we're seeing is radical Muslim will do all the best in order to prevent this from happening. So it comes to a point where Donald J. Trump must resort to violence. Sure, it is sad. Many people have lost their lives. Many good civilians, good-hearted people will be cut in crossfire and they'll be perished. That is unfortunate. And however, though, we have to understand we're pointing our fingers at the radical Muslim, Hamas, that decided, besides losing control, besides losing the war, Hamas certainly not going to surrender, and they will remain in a battle. Rather than pointing the fingers at the United States of America as well as Israel, what is your thought with regard to the proper solution in order to bring this war to an end? I'm very glad to hear what you have to say. Your suggestion does matter, because my viewpoint, my suggestion is you got to obliterate them. And in order to do that, you have to provide all the resources. You have to empower them in order to be able to deliver a blow to the enemy. Because my observation is there's no reasoning with radical Muslim. Regardless, you're playing a game where you're more likely to be a loser. And if they win, they won't stop there. They will invade other countries and spread their theories, their ideology, and that is very detrimental to the civilians. And that is why we have to fight them wherever they are. And again, as I just mentioned, I would like to hear what you have to offer, what you have to say with regard to the solution. Because if that war continues, it will become prolonged and more lives going to be perished in a battlefield. We want this to come to an end. However, perhaps I would suggest a two-state solution might be the solution. But if the people there do not want to reason, they don't want to have any form of discussions, then we're going to have to, speaking of the United States of America along with Israel, they're going to have to resort to violence and obliterate a lot of those folks there. So that's the message I wanted to bring to your attention. Thank you so much for taking your time of watching this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be coming out with more contents like this.